Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Deion Sanders Cowboys rumor fuels Dak Prescott trade speculation. The Dallas Cowboys were in the headlines on Monday morning after parting ways with head coach Mike McCarthy, and they were back in the headlines by Monday night. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones was dragged through the mud for waiting so long to get rid of McCarthy, which caused him to miss out on the chance to interview top coaching candidates including Detroit Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson and defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn, and newly hired New England Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel. But perhaps Jones had a backup plan all along? According to Fox Sports insider Jordan Schultz, Jones reached out to Colorado head coach and former Cowboys great Deion Sanders about the open head coaching position on Monday evening, and Sanders is reportedly intrigued by the job, per ESPN's Adam Schefter. There is a mutual interest there, and I go back to about a year and a half ago when I had a former general manager say to me, "Watch Deion Sanders, he may be the next head coach of the Dallas Cowboys," Schefter said. Well, there is mutual interest. We'll see if that amps up, but the two sides have talked, they have touched base, and we'll see if it goes anywhere. Sanders to the Cowboys would be the kind of splashy move that could reel back in a disinterested fan base that mentally checked out on the team during the final third of the season. Sanders is on record stating he will only coach in the NFL if he's coaching both of his sons, Colorado quarterback Shedeur Sanders and Colorado safety Shiloh Sanders, both of whom will be in the 2025 draft class. Because of that statement, FanDuel Sportsbook proposed a hypothetical trade in which the Cowboys send star quarterback Dak Prescott to the Tennessee Titans in exchange for the number 1 overall pick, a 2025 fourth-round pick and a 2026 third-round pick. The Cowboys would then presumably use the number 1 overall pick to draft Shedeur as Prescott's replacement, something that would seem like a non-negotiable if he were to leave Colorado for the NFL. While a fun thought exercise, any Prescott trade will likely not happen for two reasons. Prescott has a no-trade clause in his new contract, and the Cowboys would take a $103.2 million dead cap hit if they traded Prescott pre-June 1. The 2025 draft is April 24. America's Team Eyes primetime move for Deion Sanders. It's the story that has the sports world buzzing. Could Deion Sanders, better known as Coach Prime, make a return to the Dallas Cowboys, this time as head coach? Following the departure of Mike McCarthy, Cowboys owner Jerry Jones is on the hunt for his next leader, and the Hall of Fame cornerback is already the name on everyone's lips. Deion Sanders' history with the Dallas Cowboys is legendary. As a player, Sanders was an integral part of the Cowboys' Super Bowl XXX championship team in 1995, earning his second ring in a storied NFL career. Known as one of the greatest cover corners in history, his swagger and electrifying play helped define an era in Dallas football. Sanders and Jerry Jones have maintained a strong relationship since his playing days. The Cowboys owner has praised Sanders' ability to connect with players and build a team, saying in a 2024 interview on 105.3 The Fan, "Kids want to come play for him. He has a way of selling that vision. That's a skill few have, and it's a big reason for his success." This personal connection could prove pivotal as Jones searches for a coach who not only understands the Cowboys' legacy but embodies it. Sanders' deep ties to the franchise make him a sentimental favorite among fans and an intriguing candidate for the job. While Sanders lacks NFL coaching experience, his work at the collegiate level speaks for itself. Since taking over as head coach at Colorado in 2023, Sanders has transformed a struggling program into a competitive force. In just 2 seasons, he has posted a 13-12 overall record, including an impressive 9-4 finish in 2024, leading the Buffaloes back to relevance in their first season in the Big 12. Under his leadership, Colorado also produced Heisman Trophy winner Travis Hunter, a two-way star at wide receiver and cornerback, and Sanders' son, quarterback Shedeur Sanders, is a projected first-round pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. Both players credit Coach Prime's leadership for their development, with Hunter saying, "Coach Prime brings out the best in us. He makes you believe you can do anything. Sanders' ability to recruit top talent and motivate players has made him one of the most talked about coaches in college football. These qualities could translate well to the NFL, where connecting with players and managing egos are crucial. Cowboys projected to go after huge ticket name for head coaching job in 2025. With the Dallas Cowboys officially moving on from Mike McCarthy on Monday, the attention quickly turns to the all-important question: who will be the next head coach of America's team? Whilst the converse question of McCarthy's future has taken little time to enter mainstream discussion, with the former Super Bowl winner set to interview with the Chicago Bears on Wednesday, there is still a large blank as to who Jerry Jones and company will decide on to lead the team into the future. The Cowboys are in an interesting situation. On the one hand, they have to deal with the contract expiration of many aging, key free agents such as Zach Martin, Eric Kendricks, and DeMarcus Lawrence. And on the other, the roster has some strong young talent in Pro Bowl guard Tyler Smith, tight end stud Jake Ferguson, and bulldozing linebacker Micah Parsons. However, arguably the most important issue for any incoming coach will be the management of the Dak Prescott situation, who, having signed a 4-year, $60 million deal at the start of the 2024 season to become the highest-paid player in NFL history, now has nearly a $90 million cap hit coming into 2025, $54 million more than the next highest player, All-Pro wideout, CeeDee Lamb. And given the fact that the Cowboys only had $7 million left in cap space, unless they restructure Prescott's cap hit this season, there won't be a lot the incoming coach will be able to do about in their first offseason. Given all this, Mike Florio of PFF went through the list of potential candidates for the position, and some familiar yet intriguing names came up. The most exciting and indeed head-turning of which already has a job. Florio projects that Bill Belichick could be a not-so-outside choice for the Dallas Cowboys, with a known flirtation already existing between the 6x Super Bowl champion and the 3x Super Bowl champion. Florio writes, Belichick historically raved about the Joneses when the Patriots and Cowboys prepared to play over the years, and Jones said last year there's no doubt he could work with Belichick, after deciding to keep McCarthy for the final year of his contract. Belichick wants back in. He wants to catch Don Shula for the all-time wins record. He took the North Carolina job because no one would give him a wink-nod indication that he'd be the coach who gets the job at the end of the inevitable search process. Nothing he or anyone else might say erases the term that lets him walk away from North Carolina for only $10 million. The two have certainly been enamored with one another, Bill with the prospect of coaching the biggest brand in pro, or amateur, football, and Jones by the idea of having his team coached by the greatest of all time in Belichick. Whichever way Jerry Jones does eventually go in his decision, expect there to be fireworks. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Bill Belichick? Leave your opinion in the comments.